Voice, Crypto News Today, Alpha Peep Binance listing update, while XRP price prediction targets $8. Welcome back to XRP Macro, the channel where we break down the biggest stories shaping the crypto market and keep you ahead of the trends. Today, we have a fascinating update that is getting both meme coin investors and XRP holders talking. On one side, Alpha Pepe is creating a major buzz after new exchange announcements sparked fresh speculation about a possible Binance listing in the future. On the other side, XRP is once again making headlines as analysts bring back the bold prediction that the token could eventually reach the $8 level. These are two completely different stories, but they share one thing in common. Both are driven by growing excitement and the possibility of major upside if the market conditions line up. So, whether you're an XRP supporter waiting for the next breakout or you're watching new projects like Alpha Pepe for early opportunities, today's news is packed with developments you won't want to miss. The crypto market has always been fueled by narratives, and right now Alpha Pep is building one of the strongest narratives in the pre-sale space. The project recently announced not one, but two centralized exchange partnerships before its official launch. First came Asbit, and then Binance joined the list shortly afterward. Those two announcements immediately sparked speculation across the community that perhaps Alpha Pepe could be positioning itself for even bigger exchange opportunities down the road. To be clear, there has been absolutely no official confirmation of a Binance listing. But in crypto, investors often pay close attention to early signals, and every new exchange partnership can add more fuel to the conversation. That's exactly what's happening here. The market is watching closely to see whether these developments are simply early milestones or the beginning of something much larger. What's particularly interesting is that Alpha Pepe didn't stop after announcing its first exchange partnership. Many projects reveal a single listing and then go quiet for months. Instead, Alpha Pepe followed up with another exchange announcement, creating a sense of momentum around its roadmap. Investors love momentum because it suggests that a team is actively executing its plans rather than simply making promises. The project has now raised around $1.75 million and attracted more than 9,600 holders during its pre-sale phase. That's a significant number for an early-stage project and shows that retail interest is continuing to grow. As more investors discover the project, speculation naturally increases about what might happen next. Again, nothing has been confirmed regarding Binance, but the fact that the conversation even exists demonstrates how quickly Alpha Pep's profile is rising within the crypto community. The numbers behind the project are also drawing attention. Alpha Pepe's current token price sits around 1 cent and 99 hundredths, and supporters believe that entering before public trading begins could offer significant upside if the project continues to gain traction. Of course, every pre-sale investment carries risk, and early-stage crypto projects are among the most speculative investments available. But the combination of exchange announcements, fundraising success, and a growing community is giving Alpha Pepe a stronger narrative than many projects at a similar stage. In today's market, visibility matters just as much as technology. Investors are constantly searching for projects that can capture attention, and Alpha Pepe has managed to put itself firmly on the radar of traders who are looking for the next big opportunity in the meme coin sector. Another important piece of this story is the product development side. The project has already introduced AlphaSwap Early Access, a trading platform designed to support activity across both Ethereum and BNB chain through integrations with Uniswap and PancakeSwap. That means the team isn't simply talking about future products, it is already putting tools into the hands of users. For many investors, This adds credibility because they prefer projects that show tangible progress before asking for long-term trust. Product development, combined with exchange partnerships, creates a stronger overall narrative. Instead of relying entirely on marketing, Alpha Pepe appears to be building infrastructure and expanding its ecosystem at the same time. That's one reason why the speculation around future listings continues to grow. Security is another factor driving investor confidence. The project completed a full 10 out of 10 block SAFU audit, which provides an additional layer of reassurance for potential buyers. In the crypto market, security audits have become increasingly important because investors are more cautious than ever after seeing numerous projects fail or experience serious vulnerabilities. A strong audit doesn't guarantee future success, but it does show that a project is taking the right steps to build trust. Combined with instant token delivery, exchange announcements, and ongoing product development, AlphaPep is entering a very aggressive pre-launch phase. That's why the project is attracting so much attention from traders who are constantly searching for the next breakout opportunity. Now let's shift our focus to XRP because this story is equally exciting. The conversation around XRP reaching $8 is back, and it is gaining momentum once again. The reason this target keeps returning is because several powerful catalysts are lining up. Investors are watching institutional demand, the possibility of exchange-traded products, growing regulatory clarity, and the continued expansion of cross-border payment adoption. XRP has always positioned itself as a utility-focused digital asset with real-world applications, and many supporters believe those strengths could eventually drive the token significantly higher. An $8 price target might sound ambitious to some, but in crypto, strong narratives combined with favorable market conditions can produce surprising outcomes. One of the biggest drivers behind the bullish XRP outlook is institutional interest. Over the past few years, major financial institutions have shown increasing curiosity about blockchain technology and digital assets that offer practical use cases. XRP's focus on fast and low-cost international transactions keeps it in the conversation whenever discussions turn toward the future of global payments. If institutional demand continues to increase and broader market liquidity improves, analysts believe XRP could benefit significantly. However, it's important to remember that price predictions are exactly that, predictions. They are not guarantees, and the road to any major price target is rarely straightforward. Investors should always consider both the potential rewards and the risks involved. Regulatory clarity is another major factor supporting the bullish case for XRP. The cryptocurrency market has struggled for years with uncertainty surrounding regulations, and every positive development tends to improve investor confidence. When investors have a clearer understanding of the rules, they often become more willing to commit capital to the market. XRP has spent years at the center of important regulatory discussions, and many supporters believe that increasing clarity could remove one of the biggest barriers that has limited its growth in previous cycles. If that happens while market sentiment remains positive, the $8 target may become a more realistic conversation rather than just a distant dream. Cross-border payment adoption also remains central to the XRP story. The token was designed with payments in mind, and supporters argue that its utility gives it an advantage compared to assets that rely primarily on speculation. As global payment systems continue to evolve and financial institutions search for faster settlement solutions, XRP's use case remains relevant. Even though competition in the blockchain payments sector is intense, the project continues to maintain a dedicated community and a strong presence within the industry. That combination of utility and loyal support is one reason why ambitious price targets keep resurfacing during bullish periods. What makes today's news especially interesting is the contrast between these two stories. Alpha Pepe represents the excitement and risk of discovering a new project before it enters public trading, while XRP represents a more established digital asset with years of market history and a passionate community. Investors are constantly deciding whether to focus on high-risk opportunities that could potentially deliver outsized returns or assets that already have significant adoption and recognition. There is no single correct answer because every investor has different goals and risk tolerance. But both stories demonstrate how quickly narratives can capture attention in the crypto world. The market's reaction to Alpha Pepe's exchange announcements shows just how important listings have become. A single exchange announcement can dramatically change how traders view a project. Multiple announcements can create even greater anticipation because investors begin to wonder what could come next. Again, there is no confirmation of a Binance listing, and any discussion about Binance remains purely speculative at this stage. Still, speculation itself can become a powerful force in crypto markets. When investors believe that something significant could happen, they often start paying closer attention, and that increased attention can create its own momentum. At the same time, XRP's $8 target reminds us that long-term narratives are still alive in this market. Even after years of ups and downs, the community continues to believe in the asset's potential. Every cycle brings new catalysts, new partnerships, and renewed optimism. Whether XRP ultimately reaches $8 or not, the fact that analysts and investors are discussing that possibility again shows that confidence in the asset remains strong. Crypto markets are driven by expectations, and expectations often shape investor behavior long before actual price movements occur. For AlphaPep, the immediate focus remains execution. Investors will be watching for additional exchange updates, product developments, and community growth. The project has already crossed several important milestones, including raising $1.75 million and attracting more than 9,600 holders. Those achievements are significant for an early-stage project, and they provide a foundation for future growth if the team continues delivering on its promises. The next few months could be critical in determining whether Alpha Pepe can maintain its momentum and potentially move toward larger exchange visibility. For XRP holders, patience remains the key theme. The road toward any major price target requires a combination of positive market conditions, continued adoption, and strong investor confidence. The $8 prediction is an exciting possibility, but it should always be viewed as a scenario rather than a certainty. The crypto market can move quickly in both directions, and successful investors understand the importance of managing expectations while staying informed about developing trends. As we wrap up today's update, one thing is clear: the crypto market remains full of opportunities, speculation, and big narratives. Alpha Pepe is building excitement through exchange partnerships and growing community support, while XRP is once again inspiring bullish predictions that have investors dreaming of major gains. Whether you're tracking emerging projects or established digital assets, staying informed is more important than ever in this fast-moving industry. That's all for today's report on XRP Macro. If you enjoyed this update and want more breaking crypto news, XRP analysis, and market insights, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.